Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Hopefully you're staying warm out there. Hopefully you're inside somewhere warm. Man, this we're gonna get through it. It's cold, I know, but coming up, it's gonna be next week. I think next week it's gonna be like 37 degrees. Heat wave. I love it. It's going to be great. We're going to get through it. It's going to be fantastic. So, hope the middle of your week is going great. I got a couple things that I want to talk about on tonight's show. Stay tuned after the main topic to hear about some events going on as well as live music taking place this weekend. My own personal picks that I think would be really great if you're looking for some live music this weekend. So last week we talked with Keith Clonch about priority goal setting, and I kind of wanted to just kind of go off of that and kind of look at why do we set goals? What is it that we want? And Bart, I think one of the main reasons that we set goals or why we have New Year's resolutions is because, or if you're in the Catholic tradition, when it comes to Lent, it's your New Year's resolution time, a do over, is because we have aspects in our lives that we want to change. Whether that's you're looking, I want to make more money. I want a higher income. I want to live just a little more comfortably. Maybe it's, my social life isn't where I want it to be. I want to hang out with more people. I want to make it a point to see new people or meet new people. Maybe it's the very stereotypical but very realistic one. I want to lose weight. I've been carrying on all this extra weight every year. It just seems to add on more and more and more. I want to do this. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But first of all, I want to thank my Patreon subscribers. I've Keith Clonch, Zach Pitts, Tony Bassett, Michelle Chambers, Matt Lowry, Tom Hudak, Jada Sekshewski, Beverly Caddis, and Jerry Dunn Jr. Thank you so much for being Patreon supporters. If you want to support the Patreon, just go to patreon.com/guy in the 419. I'll make sure that there is a link in the description here. But go on and support the Patreon. It's how I'm able to eventually be able to help businesses without having to charge them. When I first started doing Guy in the 419, I never wanted to charge. And if I could get away with doing that again, just being supported by the local community, I think it would be fantastic. And all it takes $5 or a $10 donation. And when you do that, lots of great things come your way. We've got lots of great deals coming. I just got one from the Garrison in Fremont, Ohio. You're going to get a free starter up to $10. That's going to be on there. That'll be good for, I believe, 30 days. So Patreon subscribers can get that. Also, if you're a Patreon, if you're a $10 a month Patreon subscriber, and you have a suggestion of where you want to see me go and different places you want to see me highlight, you've got first priority. You get to say, hey, I'd really love it if you could shine a spotlight on this particular business or this event that's going on. So help me out. I help you out. Everybody helps each other out. It's a great world that we live in. So what ideas, what changes do you want to make in your life, and why have they not been successful? Why have or maybe they haven't been successful, maybe you just haven't even tried it yet. And I know that some people are going to say, well, Pat, where do you have the authority to speak on this? And I'll tell you right now where I have the authority. I have failed so many times. That's going to be a topic so I failed enough to know what not to do, and what changes need to be made. But I want you to think about it for a second. I want you to right now. I want you to think about one thing in your life that you really want to change. Just think about that right now. Is it weight? Is it a new job? Is it your income? Is it just the clutter in your house? Is it the lack of a social life that you have? Could it be any number of things? Whatever it might be, something in your life that you really, really want to change that's been impeding your life for however many years. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little practice right now. If you want to, get out a piece of paper and a pen and write it down. But here's what I want to do. I want you to take a look at that one thing. And I want you to be honest with yourself and say, how long has this been a problem in your life? How long has this been impacting your life? I want you to go back, say the past 5 to 10 years. For the past 5 to 10 years, has this made a negative impact to your life? I'm going to use mine, for example. Okay. We're going to go with my weight. Well, that's a big thing that I want to do right now is I want to get down. I want to lose weight. All right. So I look back 10 years. How has being overweight, and I am overweight, how has being overweight impacted my life negatively for the past 10 years? Well, It's made me feel self-conscious about my body. It has made me feel inferior, especially when I'm around other people that have a better physique than I do. It hasn't given me the energy that I've really, really wanted to be able to. You have to forgive me, I got the kids in the background there. It hasn't really given me the energy that I want to be able to keep up with my kids, or to do some things in my life that I've really wanted to do. And so, yeah, that has a negative impact. How about you? Past 10 years, how has this one thing that you've been wanting to change, how has it negatively impacted your life in the past? So now what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the future, or come up to the present. How is it affecting you right now? What problems is it causing for you right now? And again, for me, my weight, it's again, I'm trying to lose weight, but it's hard. I would love to. There are different events going on. There's an event coming up in February, a 5K that I'd like to run. I can't run it right now. I can't do it because I'm not there. I'm trying, but I'm not quite there. How is this thing affecting your life right now? How is it negatively impacting your life? How badly does it need to change? All right. And now I want you to think about 10 years from now. 10 years from now, if it doesn't change, if you don't change this one aspect of your life, how badly will it negatively impact your life 10 years from now? For me, I'm 4 years away from the age that my grandfather was when he died of a heart attack. That's a very eye-opening thing for me. When I was younger, I thought, oh, he was older. I always knew, like, 46, that's young. Boy, when you're 4 years away from it and you're looking at it and you're thinking, wow, that's really, really, really young. I got to do something about this. Once you get that figured out, and really, I want you to, when you're thinking about, especially the future, feel the emotions. How much worse will it be? How much worse will your life be if this doesn't change? And I want you to think about, how does it impact your life with your family, your life with your friends? How does it impact your career? Really feel those emotions, right? Because emotions is what are going to change, actually make you want to have this change in your life. After you do that, I want you to do the reverse then. And I want you to think about, what if this wasn't an issue in my life? And go back to the past. How would my life had been different in the past 10 years? When you're looking at things in the present right now, how would my life be different if this wasn't a part of my life right now? And then once again, I want you to think about the future, 10 years in the future. What if this issue is no longer an issue in your life 10 years from now? How much better will your life be? How incredible will your life be? I mean, I know for me, watching what I'm eating, exercising, they're not my favorite things to do. And what I got to do is I got to kind of shift my way of thinking, right? But how much better will my life be 10 years from now if I could drop this 60 pounds and actually keep it off? How much more energy will I have throughout the day? I think about that. And even as I'm thinking about that, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. So this is called the Scrooge Effect, by the way, if you didn't know. It's called that you're looking at the past, present, and future. What is it that you need to change? Ebenezer Scrooge, he went through his past, present, future, realized, man, I've got to change. And he does it. And this is a very, very impactful tool. This is a great way to think about, how is my life? How has it been? How could it be? How could it be better? So, something to consider, whether it's business or personal or relationships, spiritual growth, whatever it might be. That little tool right there, that little demonstration right there, is very, very, very effective. So what I would really encourage you to do is take some time to think about that, write it down, and really take some time to think about that, and do this. Give yourself a half hour time. Spend 5 minutes in the past, 5 minutes in the present, 5 minutes in the future, and then do the reverse of, like I said before. give yourself a half-hour reflection on this and see what you come up with. I think you'll realize that, but you understand how important this is. So whatever it is that needs to change. So coming off those goals, what are your goals? I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear, love to know your thoughts on all of this. In the meantime, there are some great events that are going on in this area, and I got to tell you, this a great way to find. If you're looking for events, I'll get emails sometimes, messages from people saying, "Hey, what's going on in the area?" If I know of anything off the top of my head, I'll let them know. Otherwise, I'm going to direct them to go to EventPin. EventPin is a free app. You can download it for free, and hence the name free app. But you can look up by date, you can look up by category, all these different things. So go onto the App Store right now, download EventPin, and start finding events that are going on in the area. It's really simple, really easy to use. So just a map of little dots will drop right there. So a little pin drop. So EventPin, go check them out. But some really, really great events that are coming up. Not necessarily this week, but things to look forward to. The February 7th, the Youth Financial Initiative is hosting a children's book collection. If you've got just a surplus, like I do, of surplus books in the house, children's books in the house, and they're not getting read, they're taking up space. I have 2 giant boxes, which kind of inspire this. You can go and take your very gently used, we don't want any torn pages or drawings in them. Take them to Aaron Ann's Ice Cream on February 7th. It's going to be in the evening. It'll be probably around 4 to 7. But stop on out there and you can drop off your gently used children's books. They're going to be donated to the Sylvania area Family Services, as well as I think the Family House in Toledo. So they're gonna go to great organizations. They're not going to be resold. They're going to be given away for free. So this is if you've got those gently used books, definitely do that. February 7th. Then February 8th is the launch. I'm so excited about this. I've got my own beer. The guy in the 419 beer is coming out February 8th at Encore Brewery. Thanks to Keith Baker. He has helping me make this incredibly. If you like IPAs, this one, the hops are going to slap you around, I promise. So if you're not a fan of hoppy beer, maybe order something else, but still coming out. We're going to tap the keg at 419, and the first 20 people to order a pint, they get a swag bag. It's going to have some great stuff in it. There'll also be t-shirts for sale, some merch for sale. So you don't want to miss it. There's going to be live music, food trucks. It's going to be a great time. So hopefully you'll come out and join me. But coming up this weekend, Chicago is performing over at the Stranahan Theater. This is really exciting. I have the opportunity to interview one of the cast members on Friday. That'll be live, so stay tuned for that. Also, this Saturday, the Toledo Symphony Orchestra is doing an Oscars night at the Peristyle. So amazing music from 50 years or more of incredible movies, sound scores. Do you think like E.T., Shawshank Redemption, a lot of Hans Zimmer, and oh, bless it, who's the other guy? I just completely blanked on his name. He's the great one that did he does Star Wars. Why am I blanking on this? Gosh, I can't even think of his name. Anyway, you want to go out to that. That's going to be a great time. And then great bands. We've got some great live music taking place this weekend. Friday night, Aaron Krott is going to be performing out at Levi and Lilacs. Johnny Rodriguez is going to be out at Buffalo Rock Brewing. The 25s, great band, going to be performing out at Bar 145. And the Thrillbillies will be at Wheelin on the Rocks. All that Friday night. Saturday, 2 Left Missing at Hollywood Casino. My main man, John Stewart. I love that guy. He's going to be at Pavlov's Brewing. Great musician at a great brewery. How about that? Unanimous Decision is going to be out at Danny's Cafe. And Mama's Hot Sauce going to be performing out at the Bier Stube. So can't say there's nothing going on this weekend. Go hear some live music. Go be social. It's going to be a great time. That's it for all I want to talk about tonight. Thanks for watching. Again, I want to thank all of the people that are supporting the Patreon. It allows me to be able to do content like this, but also be able to do so much more. So if you're seeing this, please go support the Patreon. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. As always, get out there and discover the 419.